Hey guys, later today I'm going to be posting a few hauls. My southbound haul should be, it says it's out for delivery, and then the pharmacist's daughter sent me a box of stuff that is included in their RTS today. Actually, it's live now, that I'm going to be telling you guys about. It was supposed to be here yesterday so I could describe all the scents to you before it came out, but it's here today. Sorry, Coco is right here, so I'm petting him. But in a lot of my videos, at the beginning, I'll tell you guys about like what makeup I'm wearing, because I often get questions in, under the videos about what I'm wearing, even if I post it underneath or I talk about it. So I figured, I know not everyone that's on YouTube is also on Instagram, but I figured I'd talk to you guys about what makeup I'm wearing, because I know a lot of my Instagram friends are into makeup too. I am way into makeup, not as much as I used to be. I used to be like a religious follower of, especially makeup reviews, because I know I talk about it all the time, but I have very unique skin. I feel it's very unique compared to at least what you see on YouTube often. I feel like so many people talk about their dry skin. Mine is definitely extremely oily, stubborn, blackhead prone. Lately, as I've used my, like tretinoin, I'm trying to remember what the generic name is. I have had drier, well, it's still like oily, but it'll also be like flaky. So anyways, I figured I would talk to you guys about what I'm wearing, and then a little bit about like what I wear kind of on a daily basis. And Coco is being ridiculous at like tummy up over here. So anyways, every single day, I obviously in the morning wash my face. I have lately, because of my Retin-A use, been using a like dry skin face wash. It's over on my counter. I think it's like CeraVe or something like that. But it doesn't take makeup off very well. So I still have my Neutrogena like acne face wash to wash like my eyes and stuff. And then I use the one with the CeraVe one, because it kind of leaves like a moisturizer on a little bit afterward. And then I put a light moisturizer on, very light moisturizer. And then I always in the day, sorry, this is kind of dirty, use my Elta MD UV Clear. This is a mineral sunscreen, which my skin isn't really sensitive. As I've gotten older, it's definitely gotten more sensitive. Like my neck and décolleté are super sensitive for some reason. But chemical sunscreens, like no matter how many of them I've tried, burn my face. Like they feel like they burn my face. This one is, let's see if it says in here what it is. It just says transparent zinc oxide UVA UVB facial sunscreen. It's for skin types prone to acne, rosacea, and hyperpigmentation. I definitely have acne, even though I'll be 36 this year. I swear I have more acne than I ever did. I do not have rosacea, but the biological female that gave birth to me did. So I guess it helps with that. This also has high purity niacinamide in it, which is great for large pores. I wish you could see this dog. Maybe I'll move the camera so you can see him. Large pores and oily skin. So that goes on my face every single day. And I mix it with a foundation so that I have the coverage of this and the skincare benefits of this, and then the coverage of this. This one also has an SPF 25 in it. And most of the ones in foundations are chemical, which this one is octinoxate and titanium dioxide, which is actually not chemical, but this doesn't, the amount that's in here like doesn't burn my skin or anything. Anyways, I really liked this one. Usually I will pair to mix this with, because it kind of waters it down a little bit, even though this one's a little bit tinted. I'll do like a more super matte, super long wear one. This one is a long wear one, but it's fresh wear, so it's not quite as matte. It's kind of a natural finish. It's the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. This is my winter color, number 411 beige ivory. So anyways, I mix those together on my clean hands. So I just wash my face and put it all over my face. Also I try with all those makeup reviews I told you guys about, part of the reason why I watch so many makeup reviews is because I always want to get the product that is the cheapest with the same result. So I read lots of ingredients. I do lots of comparisons. And if I can find like a holy grail thing at the department or the grocery store, I call it because of Walmart. I buy most of it at Walmart or Target, that has like the same ingredients or same look or same wear as something that's high end, I'm going to do that. So I do a lot of comparisons for that. So a lot of my makeup that helps like on my oily skin isn't always matte, but it's usually very long wearing. You can see I'm already getting like oily right here. So one of the very, very best concealers, and this works on a lot of different skin types, amazingly. This wears so long. I wear this to work. I mean, I can wear this every day. I go through tubes of this like crazy. This is Milani Conceal and Perfect. My winter shade here is Light Natural, 125. I don't wear concealer that is a lot lighter than my skin color. It's like half a shade to a shade lighter, because after I do my sunscreen and foundation, I do put this under my eyes, but I kind of then blend it all over my face. So I don't want it to be too light. But this is my Light Natural is my winter shade. I wear light beige in the summer, or down to medium beige actually too, depending on what color I get. But my skin sometimes, like, especially depending on my cycle or depending on the retinoid use or whatever, every once in a while will just be like flaking like crazy, even though it will still produce a ton of oil. And so I have learned to like this concealer here, which is also very dirty. This is NYX or NYX, whatever you guys want to call it. And it's Bear With Me Concealer Serum. And it's kind of hard to see here, but it has like mushroom extracts and stuff, but it's more moisturizing. It doesn't have quite as much coverage as the Milani one. But it's really good. And this one you can buy at Ulta, which is not as accessible in my opinion, because they're not everywhere like Walmart's and Target's. But most Walmart and Targets also have NYX now. Also Amazon. Under 10 bucks, both of these concealers. The color I have right now for my winter color is Vanilla. So yeah, so this one's more moisturizing. It has skincare benefits to it. And it's nice because as I'm getting older, I am starting to get like fine lines under here. So it's nice to have those like moisturized a tiny bit. So that's my like skin coverage for the most part. I do have a couple different powders that I use, but in general, once again, for like to keep things financially like manageable, I have found the best dupe I can. This is Milani Fit Me powder in Fair. This is either their lightest or fairest color, but they're very translucent powders. They don't have a lot of color to them. And this one, honestly, I can get fair, I can get light. I think there's one called Fair Light. I can get the next one up even. But I like to have a powder that's quite a bit lighter because this powder doesn't have any flashback, so I don't have to worry about this making me look like a ghost. So I usually get the lightest to the second lightest. And this is a matte powder. It's a long wear powder, and this is like $5 and lasts me like 6 months, 8 months, a year, I don't know, forever. So it's my favorite powder, and I find it very similar to high-end powders, so I'll continue to buy that. That's what I set my makeup with. Let me show you. I did bring out my tools. So for my concealer and my foundation sometimes, but usually just for my concealer, I blend it out with this IT Cosmetics brush. They put out one of these Love Beautifully brushes every year. I think I got this one last year, and the one I got before that was like 3 or 4 years old. But I really like this one because it has like, can you hear that? Like it has like little plastic, almost like sequins-like, but a little bit thicker hearts in there, and I love it. And then the top is shaped like a heart. This just blends really well. It needs to be washed. I wash it like once a week or so. And then sometimes if it's just not looking like as seamless as I want it to, not that it ever looks seamless, I do kind of just perfect it with a beauty blender. I like these e.l.f. beauty blenders, also Makeup Revolution, or also, why can I not remember? There's another cheaper brush brand that I love. It's like on the tip of my tongue right now that you can find at Walmart and Amazon and Target. Oh my gosh, what's it called? I can't believe I'm forgetting what it's called. Anyways, you don't have to pay for a beauty blender. This was like, I think $3 or $4 at Walmart, and it does a great job. So I have that. So next, usually what I go into, I've changed this process up a little bit. As I've gotten a little bit older, I don't like to do my highlighter on top of everything. So once I have my foundation, my concealer, and my powder done, I then go in with highlighter, and I actually go in with highlighter with my beauty sponge that's still a little bit damp, and I put it like a little bit on my brow, on my temple, and then on the top of my cheekbone. My favorite one right now is Revlon Skin Lights Prismatic Highlighter in 201 Daybreak Glimmer. This is like a gel powder hybrid kind of thing. I remember this formula used to only be put out by Estee Lauder in their like summer highlighter. I can't remember the name of it now, but I used to covet that highlighter so fiercely, but never had the money for it. And so I'm so glad that drugstore prices and formulas are just like, their formulas have gotten so much better, and their prices have gone up a bit, but nowhere near like what department store prices are. But I really like gold highlighters, like light gold highlighters. I have used like pink based ones before, but they just never, like, you can tell my undertone is neutral to warm. There's a couple, like some cool stuff can look good on me, but for the most part, golds really like accentuate my coloring and everything. And so this is my favorite highlighter. I even have like a Natasha Denona highlighter. Also is it Chanel, that I don't like as much as this one. And this is like $10 or something like that and lasts forever. So I love that one. So I put the highlighter on next, and then next I do bronzer. If I could have one face makeup that I would never go without, it would be bronzer. It just, makes you look like there's life to your face. It shapes your face. You can use it as eyeshadow if you need to. I have gone through so many bronzers. I wore NARS Laguna for a really long time, and I do like the tone and color and texture and blendability of NARS Laguna, but there's something with NARS eyeshadows and powders where about after an hour after I apply them, they're like gone. Like my skin eats them up or something. I don't know. And so my favorite bronzer, sorry, I was looking at Coco. My favorite bronzer that I like the tone of, but also wears very long, is Too Faced. This one is the Chocolate Soleil. It's the original one. It's the long wear matte bronzer. They also have a milk chocolate and a dark chocolate. I have worn the milk chocolate before. In the winter, I don't mind it, but I feel like I have to put a lot of it on. The original is just the best. And part of why I like this one is I like really like brown bronzers. I'm a little bit colorblind, so obviously what like makes my eye think something looks good might be different to somebody else. And that's, the truth anyway. But I do not like warm bronzers. I don't like really orange ones at all. My skin really pulls things really warmly. So if I get a bronzer that's like orange based, it looks awful on me. Or if I get a bronzer that's red based even, that will look really bad on me. So they need to be like brown. And that's part of why I like this one. I have so many blushes. I can't even tell you. I have gone through, I don't know, dozens of blushes in my lifetime to try to find one that I think looks good on me. Part of it is, once again, because I'm colorblind, I can't look at the blush and really decide if it's going to look good on me. I have to see a blush that like attracts my eye, go online, usually to temptalia.com, and research the color and the undertone and what it looks like on her. If you guys are familiar with that website, oh my gosh, now I've forgotten her freaking name. Is it Natalie? She is a gal that has done an amazing job over the years of these great makeup reviews. She's really good at reviewing releases and everything. We have a very, very similar skin tone. She is, if I am correct, I always thought for a long time because of how she appeared to be that she was Latina, but there's an About Me section on her website, and I think she said she's half Caucasian and half Filipina. I could be wrong. Go check out her website. She's a beautiful woman. But our skin tones, I think her skin tone's like a touch lighter than mine. But the tone is very similar. And so I go to her website a lot to see what looks good on me. So, and then she also explains the undertones, the longevity, like the price, dupes of each one, all these things. It's an amazing website. Anyway, so when I saw this one released by Kathleen Lights, she's another YouTuber that I love. We have a similar skin tone, but she is more fair than me. But I really, really love following her. This is one of her blushes with ColourPop. It's kind of cool with ColourPop, really affordable makeup, but you buy the compact and then you can like take the blushes out and like replace them. So you only are wasting, one plastic compact. Anyway, she collabed with them many times, but this is my favorite blush that she's made. This one's called Lunar Has It, and I had to write here, it's a peachy nude. I mean, obviously to my eye, this is not like bright red, and it's not like purple, and it's not any of those things. It actually is looking brighter on here than it does in real life. Let me see if I can put it. It's a very nude blush, but it definitely has peach undertones. So my favorite blushes, let me put it next to the bronzer, I guess, so you can see there the difference. If I can choose, I always pick peach undertones. If I want it to lean pink or orange, as I've read peach is, I'd always rather it lean orange for my skin tone. I do have some pink undertone blushes, but I never end up liking how I look as much with them. I can wear more pink-based blushes as my skin gets darker in the summer, and it won't look as weird, but this is I like very like nude peach or like bright peach orange blushes. Those are my favorite. And I usually like matte blushes because, you put them on the apples of your cheeks there, and I have, you can't see here, but I have very large pores. I have hyperplasias. I'm trying to remember all the words here. So I'm getting more texture as I get older and everything. So anyways, this is a mostly matte blush. This is the one I've been wearing most lately. Once again, it's ColourPop Lunar Has It. I don't know if it's still available on the website since it's a collab, and it's a collab from a few years ago. So I apply the blush. Then next I go to my brows. I have been using this brow pot product for forever. There was one from, was it Maybelline or L'Oreal that was very similar to this that was made for a very long time that got discontinued, and I have not found a dupe of it that is good enough to replace this. This is not a high-end brand, a mid-end, middle's not the end, a mid-level brand. This is Anastasia, Beverly Hills. You know that she was famous for her dip brow for years and years and years. I cannot use that pot dip brow stuff. I'm not talented enough. But this is in medium brown. This is like the dip brow gel with this brush. Sorry, can you see? And this is all I have in my brows. I'm pretty lucky that this is my natural brow shape, but my eyelashes and eyebrows are pretty blonde. If you see me in videos or pictures without makeup on and you see that my brows are dark, it's because I do dye them from time, not as often as I should, but from time to time with this dye kit I get off Amazon. But the medium brown color is described as for ashy or cool tone brunettes. And I know that I've just sat here and said like I'm warm. But my hair is on the cooler, ashier side. And when I use a brow product that has warmth in it, it looks red. Like to my eyes, it looks red-orange. So this color has worked for me. Also, this has very good staying power. I can go to the gym with this. I can work all day in a freaking pandemic at the hospital with this. I can swim with it. And even if it does come off, like in the pool, it doesn't like streak or run down your face or anything like that. This is really good longevity. Even like I can have like my oil just like sitting all over my skin that I could like squeegee off and it would drip off, but I could rub this on my oil like that and it wouldn't it wouldn't cause a smear or a problem. But then when I go take my shower and wash my face, it comes right off with soap and water. It's really the best. Like I said, L'Oreal used to make something like this and it got discontinued. I don't know why. Anyway, love this stuff. I will continue to buy it. I think like this is like 25 bucks or something like that, or $20, something like that. And I buy one every 3 to 4 months. For me, that's a lot of money for something I use almost every single day, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So I do that next. Then if I'm gonna wear eyeshadow, which I don't often like daily wear eyeshadow, I am right now, I will put the Urban Decay base on. I usually wear the Eden eyeshadow primer because it's one of the more opaque ones and it's yellow based. So I like that one. It's a little bit more matte. My eyelids are super oily, so I like to use that. I put that down, and then after I have the eyeshadow primer on, I will set it with a powder like this, so that primers are made so that whatever you put on top of them, like really just is more vibrant. I cannot think, you guys. But what can happen is, like, for me, it can really hold on to certain colors. And so my eyeshadow will be patchy over it if I don't set it first. So I set it with a powder first, and then I go into eyeshadow. So, I have so many eyeshadow palettes. A lot of them, over the years I've given away that I have purchased, because honestly, ColourPop has my favorite eyeshadow formula, and it's the most affordable. So like 90% of my eyeshadow palettes are now ColourPop. I have an old Kat Von D palette that I do like. I have some old Anastasia palettes that I have where I like the colors, but I don't like the formula that much. I'm trying to think of others. I have old MAC palettes that are okay. I like MAC shadows because they're really blendable, but they're not super pigmented, which I know sounds like counterintuitive to a lot of people, but super pigmented eyeshadows I actually don't like working with. Now ColourPops are pigmented, but they're not like so pigmented where you get some on your brush and you put on your eyelid and you're like, I'm never gonna be able to, blend that out, which for me, Viseart is like that. I know people love Viseart shadows, but I can't blend them very well for some reason. And then I do have a couple of the mini palettes of Natasha Denona, and I do like her eyeshadows. That formula is better for me than Viseart. But for the most part, I like ColourPop. I probably have like 20 plus ColourPop palettes, but I'm a neutral eyeshadow girl, and Going Coconuts is my very favorite. These 9-pan palettes are my favorite by far. Not all of them have a mirror. This one does. Let me just show you. So this is a pretty common like ColourPop 9-pan palette. But I love this Going Coconuts palette because it's not too warm, but there is some warmth, and it's not too cool, but there is some coolness. And then you have, I love having a color like this that I can set that eyeshadow primer if I want to also. Then this one here, it looks really white, but it's more of like a shimmer with more of a translucent base. I like to have that for a little bit on the brow, a little bit on the inner eye, and then 2 shimmer shades that can be toppers, which I have this one over that first half of my lid, and then this one just in the very middle. Like, to me, this is a perfect neutral everyday eyeshadow palette that you can glam up, just have mattes, just be a daily neutral thing. You have transition shades that are a little bit cooler, a little bit warmer, a little bit deeper. And then you have like, basically, like, to me, this is like the perfect brown eyeliner kind of shade, where I wear black eyeliner in my inner rim, but I like to line the outside with a dark shade, and usually not black. I usually like dark brown. This to me is like the perfect dark brown eyeshadow. And this one's called Nutty. Anyways, love ColourPop. These are, I think now they've gone up in price as everything else has. Are they $16? But you can often get them for $12. So, and they wear super well. I didn't bring my eyeliner over here, but my very favorite eyeliner that I've worn for years and years and years, because I go through them like once a month, like pretty quickly, because I wear eyeliner almost every day, is Rimmel Exaggerate Waterproof Eyeliner. It's a twist up one, not a sharpener one. I am not for that game. But I think they're $3 an eyeliner. So I usually buy them off Amazon. You can get them at Walmart or Target, but I usually get them off Amazon in like a 2 or 3 pack for like $10, and then I'm good for a few months. So that's my favorite eyeliner. So then next we go to, well, years ago, I guess I could say I almost always every day wore a cat eye. So like liquid eyeliner on the top. I haven't in a long time. It's just too much work for me these days. But my favorite one of that is there's like this long silver pen from Physicians Formula. It claims that it also helps your eyelashes grow. It never did for me. But it's like this super waterproof liquid pen, and that's my favorite one if you want to go that route. But I will say my favorite makeup product has been my whole life, and maybe it points towards my generation, is mascara. Now, my eyelashes are pretty long. They were this long naturally when I was a younger human, a teenager. They've always kind of curled naturally. These I do have curled with an eyelash curler. After I had kids, they got a lot shorter. I used the Rodin & Fields eyelash growth serum for a long time, but it's really expensive and you have to find someone that sells it, and it's just not worth it to me. The tube of that was $155 or $160 or something like that, but it would last me like 8 months to a year. It depends. When you first start using it, you have to use it every night, and then I could use it every other night after that. Well, I was really scared to change because I was afraid all my eyelashes were going to fall out, or that another formula wouldn't work as well as that one. But I ended up going to Grande Lash, which I can buy at Sephora. And not only do I get like I get like 2 days shipping or whatever because I'm a rouge. But I also get points for it, and the same size tube is $60. So it's less than half the price. I get points for it, and I get free 2 days shipping. So I started using that, and it's basically worked exactly the same. My eyelashes are exactly the same as they were with Rodin & Fields. So these are my natural lashes. Sorry, the angle is weird because the camera's up here, but I'll try to look. But yeah, those are my natural lashes with a lot of mascara. My go-to mascara for years and years and years now has been the Colossal Big Shot Volume Express Waterproof. I'm a waterproof mascara gal. A, because of my super oily skin. B, because my eyes do water. And C, because I want to be able to make it throughout the day without mascara dripping down my face. I am unfortunately a crier, which is fine. I hate it because when I'm trying to be tough, I cry and I like can't help it. And I just don't want to have to worry about my mascara coming off, especially because my eyebrows and eyelashes, once again, are blonde. So it looks weird with my big dark eyes. But this mascara version was in collab with Makeup Shayla. She's another YouTuber that I followed for a long time. She's beautiful, amazing, love her. And this is the bomb.com mascara. My favorite kind of mascara, A, is waterproof. I always get Blackest Black, but I like classic mascara brushes, not the rubber ones, not spiky ones, not with a lot of space in between, that are on the thin side and that are not flexible. I want it to be very patent. I don't want it to be flexible. And this is a very thick formula. It's wet, but not too wet, and it dries as you use it. My very, very favorite. I can always depend on this mascara to make my eyelashes look huge, to last forever, and just like it's quick. It gives you big eyelashes really quickly. I hope they never discontinue this. They're like original Colossal mascara I do not like. I've tried so many of the Colossal mascaras. I don't like them. It's only this one. My next favorite is from L'Oreal. This one is really good. This is L'Oreal Voluminous False Fiber Lashes in Waterproof. I can't get this lid to be there we go, I think. Love this mascara. I used this one for years and years before that one I just told you guys about. It's still available. It's awesome. The brush is like similar in that it's a classic brush with classic bristles, and it's thin. I like to be able to get... When I do my mascara, I don't do like that whole blinking thing that a lot of people do. I go above my lashes, go to the base, and like twist and flip up. And then I'll go like that to like clear it up. but I do both sides of my eyelashes, top and bottom. And I like a thin one because I have a little eyelid, like almost hooded eyes, I'd say. And I need a small brush to get in there. This one does have fibers in it, but I don't ever see them like, it's not a tubing mascara. I never see the fibers coming off. I never have problems with it like flaking or getting in my eyes. This is like I think where this one's a little bit thicker, it can tend to be a little bit gloppy. This one is not at all. But I still like this one better. Anyways, really good. I'll go over these other ones and then tell you a trick about why I have this one, even though it's like dry and basically gone. The next one I'm going to show you here, I know this one has like been all the hype. This is Maybelline Last Sensational Sky High. I love the tube. This is the waterproof version, obviously in the blackest black. But this has the brush that I don't like. I like that it's thin. It's just rubber spaced far between and it's super flexible. I do not like that because maybe I'll just show you guys even though my makeup's done. Let me get a mirror. Let me see if I can do this. I like to go literally on top of my lash and pull up like this to pull like clumps out. And when you have a really flexible brush and your lashes, you're building and your lashes are getting thicker, you need resistance to get them to pull through. And this doesn't do the job. Wow, this one wears like crazy. Like this one's actually hard to wash off afterwards. Like this is like the ultimate swimming mascara because this is like crazy waterproof. It almost like rubberizes after it dries on your eyelashes. It is really good. It's just not my favorite brush. If this formula had a different brush, I would be all for it, but I don't like rubber spiky brushes. But it's good. This is probably my third favorite. Then this last like month or two, I was going on like a journey to find like another mascara in case they discontinued the ones that I loved. And I found a ton of videos on YouTube talking about this one and it's super cheap. I think I paid like $4 or something for this one on Amazon. And this is like Essence by the brand Essence, which is super cheap. This is in Lash Princess, False Lash Effect Mascara, waterproof. From what I have found, they have had the Lash Princess out for a long time, but not the waterproof version. I think the tube's super cute. The brush is a little too thick for me, but it is a classic brush. It's not too separated and it's not flimsy at all. It's like super patent, so I like that. But while this is a new tube to me, it is a very wet formula, and usually wet formulas I have to use a couple times before I like let the tube dry out a little bit before I like it better. So we'll see. My opinion might change. But this one, the formula's a little too thin. Like I have to do like 5 or 6 coats to get like what 2 coats of my favorite mascara does. Now I can buy 2 of these tubes for the same price as one of the other ones. But it's just not my favorite. People swear by this though, and it's super affordable. So still like give it a try if you're looking for a super affordable mascara. I mean, all of these are drugstore. I refuse to buy high-end mascaras because I have used tons of them and they are no better than drugstore mascaras. I've used Chanel, I have used Lancome. None of them are better. There's 2 more that I tried recently. Today, this is the one that I'm wearing. This is CoverGirl Exhibitionist Stretch and Strengthen Mascara Water Resistant, which when I bought this, I thought I was buying waterproof. Water resistant is not the same as waterproof. Although this one performs like waterproof, just so you know. But just for a heads up, water resistant does not mean waterproof. It'll still run for sure. So the brush here is bigger than I like. It's hard to get on top of my lash line with my little hooded eyes. I do really love how dense the bristles are though. And I like that they are traditional mascara bristles. This mascara is also too thin, too wet. I have to use like a couple layers of mascara to get what I want, but it's also gloopy gloppy at the same time. I don't know how it can be so thin and gloopy gloppy at the same time. I'm going to see also as this one dries out if I like it better, but not my favorite, even though I saw amazing reviews. This one is only $7.99, so it's not like a huge loss, but It's okay. I just read really good reviews on this, so I wanted to try it out. It's meh. And then the last one I have here that I tried out is, what brand is this? It doesn't even have it on the front. That's weird. It's L'Oreal, but literally it doesn't even have on the tube that it's L'Oreal. I read some good reviews on this one too. This is the Bambi Eye Mascara, waterproof. I think this was like the Open Eye or something like that. So I got really good reviews on this. I have pretty, as you can see, pretty almond shaped eyes, but I like anything that will like give height to my eye shape, like to make them more rounded. Not that I don't like almond eyes. I think almond eyes are pretty, but it just opens up my face more. We all have to do things that accentuate our features or whatever. And people kept talking about how this mascara really just like gives you that big doe Bambi eye. And so I was like, sweet, let's give it a try. Well, I didn't do enough research on the brush, and I hate this brush. It's really big. It's really spiky. It's rubber. It's almost like bow, like it's wider in the middle, and it's super flexible. I do not like, I hate flexible brushes. Also, this is a very, very wet formula. So none of the ones that I got these great reviews on that I tried do I like. I like my standouts much more. So I'm gonna let them dry out. I'll still use them on like days off, like when I'm not going to work or not going somewhere that I like want to be. Just like I said, I used this one today, as to not waste them. And sometimes like I'll just do my sunscreen and foundation and some mascara and that's it. So I'll still get them used up, but they're not my favorite. So when I was gonna tell you guys, so this mascara is actually gone. It's completely dry. But I know you're not supposed to use mascara for a long time. I do clean this brush pretty frequently. So what I do when I do my mascara, so say like I've decided to use this mascara for the day. I'll have my mirror. I always do my mascara close up. I'll have my mirror and I'll put the mascara I'm gonna use in this finger and then this one in this finger. And I go to use this one, you know, build, and then I use this to go through and clean off like clumps. I have eyelash separator tools. They are not as good as a backup clean mascara brush. So whatever mascara I've used up last, I will clean and keep as my separator, as long as it's a good brush. Like those ones with those horrible brushes, I am not gonna use as separators because they're not good separators. But these two mascaras, like this one's gone, so I'm using it. Then when I get a new tube, I'll use this one as a separator brush. Does that make sense? Okay, and then after I have all of that done, my mascara and everything, which of course I didn't bring it over here, but NYX or NYX has a finishing spray. It can be a setting spray, finishing spray, however you want to use it. And it's called Bear With Me. I think it has, does it have a cannabinoid of some sort in it? But it's just a really plain Jane setting spray. Long time ago, I used to use like Urban Decay Super Matte setting spray. But whatever's in most setting sprays, it was starting to like sting my face really badly. I don't know what was in it, but this one is just really mostly water with a couple like moisturizers in it. In fact, if you'll wait for me for a second, I'll go grab it. So it's just on the counter right there. Sorry if you have to see my unmade bed and my husband's CPAP. Hold on. Sorry, Coco. Yeah, it's NYX Bear With Me. So I feel like any skin type could use this. It's really the most like bare setting spray. It says prime, set, or refresh, 8-hour hydrating, but it's not super hydrating. I want you to know that. It says multitasking spray, skin or sensitive skin friendly. And it has, it used to say on it, there's some type of, let me find it, because I know, oh, it has aloe leaf in it, but there was some sativa fruit extract that people were making a big deal out of. I don't care. Anyways, for people, if you have more sensitive skin, which I wouldn't say in general mine is, but many setting sprays sting my skin. Give this one a try. You can now find, like I said, this brand at Walmart, Target, whatever. This is usually like $8. This bottle is 4.39 ounces, and I buy 1 to 2 of these a year. So when my makeup's all done, and sometimes I'll do it before I do my mascara, you just spray it all over your face and let it dry, and it has a very fine mist. It has basically no scent to it. Yeah, it's like honestly mostly water and then aloe leaf juice and cucumber fruit extract. Anyways, this is my favorite setting spray, cheap, whatever. Then because I do have oilier skin, depending on what my skin's going through at the time, I will grab my powder brush and get just a little bit of the powder again and reset my super oily spots after that spray, just like my T-zone, always right here, because as I'm getting older, my marionette lines are getting more apparent, and like the bottom of my chin, and call it good. Throughout the day, I have to blot and add more powder and all that stuff, but really since like masks became our reality, I don't care. I don't really reapply makeup throughout the day. If I did, what I would do is add a little bit more eyeliner. If I was really into wherever I was going next, I would curl my eyelashes again, separate them out, add a little bit of mascara, and re-mattify my face. Oh, and then I was going to tell you guys the lippy that I was wearing today. I have a ton of different lip colors, and I don't wear them that often, usually only in videos or whatever with you guys. But this is ColourPop once again. This is in the Fresh Kiss Lip Lacquer in First Glass. This was released with their most recent New Year's release. I think, if I remember correctly, I read on Temptalia that this was a light peach. You guys let me know. Either way, my eyes tell me I like it. I'm wearing it completely by itself, but I really like this one with like a browner lip liner or a mauve lip liner because this has some warmth to it. Anyways, I hope this helps. It's way too long for me to put on Instagram now, so I'll put it on YouTube. Yeah, I don't know. If you guys want more makeup information or like how I've picked things or I don't know, dupes that I've learned over the years or skincare, because the older I am, the more into skincare I am, even than makeup. I feel like I've kind of gotten the information I need from makeup that I need to get. I follow a lot of pages with new releases like Trend Mood and stuff like that. And if there's something that looks new and exciting, I'll go research it, look at the ingredients, and like half an hour later, I can tell you if it's something I'm going to buy or not. So anyways, that's that. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully my wax hauls are here soon so I can do those with you guys. Let me turn my phone. Let me see if I can do it without like completely flipping it out and you guys can see my messy bed. This is what's been next to me. El coquito. What?